AF and True followers, JC Styles here. This is going to be a quick video. I just wanted to get my thoughts on this subject out there. The topic of this video is WWF Superstar Saturday Morning Superstars compared to WWE Superstars on Thursday nights. So I'm going to get right into it. WWE Superstars was a lot similar to WWF Superstars back in the day. I mean, you would have your guys that were in the low and mid card go against a lot of the higher card guys from Raw. And the reason why is because WGN canceled their contract with WWE on to air Superstars. Uh, and I mean, I grew up watching Superstars when I was a kid. I mean, I watched it with my father every morning. I would watch it on Saturday mornings. I would watch it with my uncle, my grandfather, my uncle Johnny. When my uncle Johnny would come over, we'd also watch Saturday night, WCW Saturday night. And, we've seen guys on Superstars like Razor Ramon, Diesel, Shawn Michaels, Jeff Jarrett, Road Dogg, The Rock. We've seen guys like Triple H, Stone Cold, Savio Vega, Farouk, LOD wrestled, the Godwins, the Smoking Guns. We saw guys like Matt and Jeff Hardy, Earthquake, Atom Bomb, Tatanka, Psycho Sid. We saw Bam Bam Bigelow. We saw Crush. Saturday mornings, Aldo Montoya. I mean, we saw guys like that every Saturday Saturday back in the 90s, and it was a fantastic show. It was a live show too, but with pre-taped, pre-recorded backstage promos that they would show, usually like a play-by-play kind of during the match. You would see the match in the lower corner, in the upper corner you would see the promo. And it had so many good things about it. And then when I heard WWE was bringing Superstars back in '09, I was like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then at that time, I didn't have satellite dish, so I didn't get WGN. I was like, oh, this sucks. So I really didn't follow it. Granted, I watched a few when I got my satellite dish. I watched Superstars and WWE. As if you follow WWE like me and Brian do here at F and True Wrestling, we sit here and we try to give you guys the best knowledge. And WWE in the last quarter of last year was suffering really bad. A little had to do with Raw, a little bit had to do with SmackDown, but Superstars was the real thing about it. Because, I mean, you think about it. The reason why Superstars had such bad ratings is because WWE put it on a network that wasn't covered by regular cable. I mean, granted, I know a lot of people that would have loved to watch Superstars and they couldn't because they didn't have the proper channels or they didn't have the proper cable. Comcast doesn't even have it. Even if you have a Comcast box, I don't think Brian has Comcast, and he doesn't even get Superstars. So you need a satellite dish to get WGN. Like I'm saying, I mean, WWE got really bad ratings in the last quarter, and after WrestleMania, they're talking maybe 5, maybe 10 wrestlers to be released, and I think this is the part of the video that I want to try to get out my point to. Put WWE Superstars, get a contract with a local company, put it on public broadcasting, Channel 3. I remember a while back, Channel 3 used to do this wrestling, was called NPWA, National Pro Wrestling Alliance, I think it was called, or association. And it was kids wrestling in their backyard. It wasn't really anything really all that great. Then they upgraded and they started showing wrestling in like venues and stuff like that. So put it on public broadcasting, something that's gonna get people's attention. Something that's like, oh, I can't watch WWE Raw, but I can watch I can watch Superstars or something. Put it on WCW's old time frame. Put it on a Saturday night when people could watch it, and they're not at work. And put it on from 6 to 8. And put all, and then from time to time have some of your mid and high card guys go over there and feud with the low to mid card guys. And build up some guys. Bring up some of your FCW guys and put them over there on Superstars, and have them harness their talent over there, like what you did with ECW. WWE used ECW for a stepping stone for a lot of people. Sheamus came from ECW. Evan Bourne came from ECW. Ezekiel Jackson came from ECW. So WWE's ECW version, and John Morrison became big over on ECW. Then he came over to came over to Raw or SmackDown and stuff like that. I think that's what they need to do. They need to put it on a channel where a lot of people can get it. Uh, bring back mid card. Bring back a mid card championship, like the European title, maybe a cruiser. Maybe bring back the cruiserweight title and the European title. Have two mid card championships. Maybe you can have some kind of a WWE Superstar Championship, be there like the main title to hold, so that way they have something over to stride for. Make some storylines. Then from time to time have interpromotional shows, and then have them jump from show to show. Have superstars, have like the European champion run over to SmackDown and jump the Intercontinental champion, or have the Cruiserweight champion run over to Raw and jump the United States champion, start feuds, stuff like that. Do something that's worth a 2-hour show. Because WWF Superstars back in the day was a 46-minute program, and you got great wrestling. You had great stuff. There's where the feuds would continue on there. The feuds would start there, and then they would build up. I remember Savio Vega and Stone Cold when he was with Ted DiBiase, known as the Ringmaster. Stone Cold and Savio Vega tore the house down on Superstars, and that's where they got their start from. And I think if WWE was going to continue to keep Superstars, don't make it a podcast. Make it a adult podcast. I'm sorry, don't make it an internet-based show. And speaking of internet-based, they took NXT and made that internet-based. And then they turned around and they took that from being, and then now they're going to have Tough Enough. So what's going to happen to NXT? Is NXT going to be one of those failure shows, and then WWE Tough Enough is going to be the next NXT? I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, because I would really, to be honest, if they were going to get rid of NXT, I wouldn't really have a problem with that if they were going to do Tough Enough. But my main purpose, I think they should keep Superstars around and not make it an internet-based show. Put it on Sci-Fi. Put it on USA. Put it on MyTV9. Put it on WB or CW. Put it on FX. Put it on ESPN. Put it on a channel where everyone could watch it. I guarantee you, if you put wrestlers on there that are worthy of having in the company, you put a championship belt on there, you put it on a channel that people could watch it, and I guarantee you, I could probably pretty much promise you that you will have a goal. You would have the ratings that you so righteously want. I could picture WWE Superstars taking off, and those are some ideas, to be honest. I mean, this whole cutting wrestlers because they're not a draw, or dropping 10 wrestlers so you could bring up 3 from FCW. I mean, I don't get that. Yeah, it's being part of being a good business, just making good business decisions. But in my mind, I think what they should do is definitely keep Superstars around. Do what I said. Put a championship there. Put it on a tight channel on programming that people can get. Sky Sports, so Sky Sports can get it. People up in Canada can get it. And just have a really good show. I mean, but right now, only time could tell what WWE is really going to do with Superstars. I mean, I would love for them to keep Superstars around, and I hope that WWE decides to keep it around. If not, then I think that's the biggest mistake that Vince is going to make, because you have guys on there that are really good that can wrestle, and and now that there's not going to be an actual show for them to wrestle on, I feel bad. Excuse me, I feel bad. So guys, before my voice starts to break out really bad, I am going to put an end to this video. I got a breaking news video being uploaded, so make sure you guys check out for that. Again, this is WWE, WWF superstars comparing to WWE superstars of today. It's pretty much the same concept, with the exception that now WGN is canceling their contract with the WWE. So I do, like I said, I think they should put on a network that on a cable channel, on cable networking, that could work for them, that can put them on a time slot 6 to 8, make it a 2-hour show, bring back the cruiserweight and the European Championship. uh I mean, I saw a couple. Me and Brian saw Zack Ryder, and we saw Primo, Tyson Kidd. We saw Santino, we saw Kozlov, and we saw Evan Bourne, and those guys, do such a fantastic job on Superstars. And that match was one hell of a match at the house show. And you know what? And the same thing with The Miz. I will never say The Miz sucks again, because the show that he put on at the house show was amazing. The show that Kozlov and Santino and Zack Ryder and Evan Bourne and all those guys in that 6-man tag match put on, I will never say that Santino is a joke. Just because that he's being booked like that on TV, but he can wrestle. So guys, check this video out, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think on WGN dropping. What do you think of WGN dropping the ball on WWE superstars? Leave your comments on what you think about what I think that WWE should do as far as keeping superstars around. And guys, again, like I said, I have breaking news of coming up, so please check that out. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow, or later on with TNA Impact.